Buying a property is one of the smartest investments you can make, but it can quickly turn into a nightmare if you acquire the property of a deceased without a will. In legal terms, they say a person who did not write a will died intestate. So for you to be able to sell any of his property, you have to go through a court process and obtain what we call a letter of administration. I think that letter helps you determine who the heir or rightful person to sell that property is. But again, if you are not a thief, how can you acquire a property from someone, but the property is older than the person? So let's say for example, now you want to buy a house. You've cross-checked the document. Let's assume this house was in VI or any of these old houses in VIM, in VGC here. You've checked the deed of assignment. You've checked the survey because those dates are usually there. You see that house was built 40 years ago, but the person that wants to sell for you is just 30-something. And you go ahead and acquire it without asking the necessary questions. I know Nigerians, we don't used to use our ear and ear distress sale. We all like cheap things. I know, but I mean, in some cases, due diligence, the asking the right questions must be in place so that you don't lose your hard-earned money. My name is Paul Vincent, and today I'm going to be taking you through the 6 hidden dangers of acquiring a property of a deceased without a will. Number 1, no legal ownership. If you acquire a property of a deceased without a will from a family member or someone claiming to be a family member, but he or she cannot show you a written document that shows that he or she is the owner of that property, you yourself cannot lay claim to the property now. The property is not for you. You have just thrown away your hard-earned money. Number 2, family disputes. I mean, you could buy a property from a family that they are still fighting about the ownership of that property. So let's say you buy from Mrs. Simbi or Mr. Ali, and then Mrs. Simbi takes Mr. Ali to court. You would have to wait until they finish the dispute concerning that particular property before you yourself can lay claim to the property. So imagine even the person you bought the property from loses the case. You yourself you have no case to present. You would either have to rebuy or look for a way to settle out of court, which means you rebuying again from the rightful owner. Number 3, fraud and forged documents. Unfortunately, the real estate industry is not immune to scam. Some people usually print out documents claiming they are the rightful owner or claiming they have the authority to sell such properties. If you fall victim to such investment and acquire from the wrong hands, I'm sorry to say, your money, same money. Number 4, delayed possession. So when you acquire a property, even if you had acquired it from the right source, and then someone takes the matter to court, like I mentioned earlier, you have to wait until the court process is over before you yourself can take advantage or start developing anything on that property. Number 5, financial loss and emotional stress. Real estate is a huge investment. So imagine you losing your hard-earned money. It will lead you can even run mad. Emotionally, you will not be stable. Psychologically, you will not be stable. And when you're not emotionally and psychologically stable, automatically you cannot be productive. I will give you number 6 in my next video, so stay tuned. But before then, what should you do? So this is what you can do. Ask for the letter of administration. This letter helps you uncover who the rightful heir to that property is. Ensure that the property has actually been transferred and everybody involved is happy with the sale. You have to work with a lawyer, a professional lawyer. You can also work with a professional real estate agent, a real estate consultant like me, who is fully aware of the pros and cons of acquiring the property of a deceased without a will. The bottom line is, if there is no will, then there's no need for you to take such risk. Until we meet again, do take care of yourself. I remain your number one trusted real estate consultant. Take care.